So welcome back to the Hot Ghouls Club, you guys. I'm your host, Jamie, as always.
And I'm Tara.
And I'm Alyssa. I'm back.
She's back, bitches.
Hey. Thanks for having me again.
Of course. And she's on her own mic, you guys, so we're getting bougie up in this bitch. Shout out to Gabby, one of our sponsors.
Shout out,
Shout out, girl.
I do have a question for everybody, and I'm curious to see what your guys' stances are, and it has a little bit to do with our topic today. What do you guys think of people that go and trek Mount Everest? What's your take?
Psychotic.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think of them. Because, you know what I mean? Because I would literally never in my life. There's nothing that would ever. There can't be anything. I just can't.
Right.
Fathom.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd climb a mountain, but not that mountain. And maybe not a mountain.
Yeah.
Like
something pretty. Like I went to Machu Picchu. That's like a mountain.
Right.
Upstate New York has my limit.
Absolutely.
Vermont, died in
Colorado. Like we
Yeah.
can name other places, but Mount Everest.
Mount Everest. There are so many other beautiful places in this world.
Absolutely.
And to put yourself in the path of where you're absolutely going to die.
And to be fair, though, a lot of people give them a lot of praise, but I want to know, why aren't we addressing the elephant in the room, which is the garbage? There is so much garbage on that goddamn bodies.
Yes.
Number one.
They use bodies as markers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The O2 tanks that are everywhere.
Yeah.
my God.
Not even that, but campsites,
Yes.
they do not pack that back up. They leave it in the summit, and it just rot. It doesn't even rot.
No.
The shit's frozen in time.
Right.
From the fucking, I don't know, 20s.
Yep.
I will
When did they
say,
start doing that?
some of my favorite themed movies growing up were snowy mountain climbing movies. I love movies like that.
Yeah.
Fuck it up.
Yeah.
I want to watch you struggle your way up that hill.
Yes.
You know? And I love it. I would never do it.
Because I would make it a quarter of the way.
Avalanche movies?
I gotta go.
Chef's kiss.
Yes. Adrenaline's going.
Volcano movies?
Mm-hmm.
Love. Town destruction, Dante's Peak.
Let's go.
Would you
Palma.
go to a volcano and look inside, on a tour?
Yeah, for sure.
An active volcano?
Well,
What's the time limit?
well, technically, right.
it could be active, but not active. You know what I mean? Right?
If we have to get there in a
Actually
certain
don't
amount of
know.
time, don't count me in.
Agreed.
Count me out.
Agreed.
If I can lazily daisily make my way up this mountain while taking multiple breaks at hours at a time, I'm in.
Well, no. If you go to Hawaii, they'll drive you up the hill.
Oh,
Oh, then yeah.
You're going to Iceland, you're taking a drive. There is a small walk, I think, but not
Okay.
Oh, no, I would.
Or maybe you can take the option to walk, but I think you could walk, bike, or obviously van. I'd be
At this
vanning
point,
it.
it's more dangerous to get on a plane. You know what I mean?
On fair. Very fair.
That's so true. There's enough here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, I think I would take that risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to see it for the
Yeah.
it. Same thing of seeing, I don't know, something else.
Like geysers and things
Geysers.
like
I would want to see that one
Yeah,
day.
me too.
Yeah, the Yellowstone.
yeah.
hot
Would you take
springs.
the kids on a
Absolutely.
national park trip? I would
Absolutely.
love to do that when I eventually maybe have kids.
that. Jamie.
Somebody I work with did that.
How national of a park are we talking?
Is
it big?
a 14-day road trip in an RV across the United States, hitting the most iconic national parks we have to offer.
That's my dream.
Yes, I would love
by
to do that
myself.
one day.
I don't know if I could do that.
You
with
go to the
children.
Grand Canyon.
I went to a fucking Jurassic World expedition that was inside of a fucking stadium this past weekend. And I lost my shit. And when I mean I lost my shit, I'm not even being dramatic. I literally cursed out a gaggle of 2-year-olds and younger. I made a scene. It was
Was it
not
your son
cute.
and your nephews and stuff?
No, it was nobody I knew. I didn't know them. I was my son was
Did
there.
you
Yeah,
witness
yeah.
it?
No,
I was behind. I did not witness this. I heard about it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me. If I saw me,
Did you make kids cry?
no.
Did they
almost
know
cried.
you were yelling at you? Did they know you were yelling at them?
I was yelling outwardly, and Archer started crying, and
poor
but he
baby.
was crying because he couldn't get a turn on the fucking slide. So I'm trying to teach him manners, right, and wait his
Yeah.
turn.
Yup.
So the guy's getting pissed because he's waiting his turn, and I don't want him climbing on top of other kids to get up on this fucking slide. I'm like, okay, just wait, you're next. Okay, let the kid go down the slide.
slide's not
You
going
can go.
anywhere.
Right.
He gets caught off.
He gets caught off.
He gets cut.
Oh,
off.
cut off.
Caught off.
No
Somebody cuts him in line.
fucking way.
A little girl. She was probably either his age or a little bit younger.
Yeah.
And I was at that point I was already up to my hairline
Because you were dealing with his emotions.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't deal with his and mine at the same time. Apparently, this is new information for me.
Brand new information.
And when I was like, you know what? She's a girl. She's going to have her time. It's fine. But I was like, okay, Archer, you're next now. You're next. Like, it's your turn next. You just let her go. You're next. I promise. And then the dad or the grandfather, I don't know. He was fugly as fuck. He looks back and he goes, sorry, Archer. I lost my shit at that point. I was like, you know what? That's fine because he's on the mental break. I'm about to have a fucking mental break. This is why I don't fucking come to places like this. I went off and he started crying and kicking, and then I picked him up and I walked over to Ralph and I was like, it's your fucking turn because I need to cool down. Mm-hmm. And then he was able to go back and he got to turn on the slide.
Maybe you were just having an off day. It's okay.
It was so...
I mean, and I don't mean like that guy's a dick. That guy's obviously a dick.
No, but any other day I think I would have,
You would have been like, okay, what the hell?
Yeah.
But maybe you were just having an off day. Doesn't mean that you can't handle your emotions with his.
All the way up to that point, he was like crying because he was
It was very overwhelming.
So he wasn't having a good time anyway.
No.
Yes.
So it's not like you were like, oh my God, this is amazing. We love it. Oh my God. And then you snapped. Like you're you're unhinged.
No.
But to these group of people, I unhingedly snapped. And if I saw that in real life, like if I was them, I would be like, what the fuck is going on?
But you know what? You don't know what people have been going through.
That's
like, don't be
so
such a
true.
dick. Teach your stupid ass dad some manners.
Yeah, you should say,
All
wait your
your
turn.
kids.
Yeah. Well, just wait your fucking turn.
Wait, don't say that I called it a stupid ass.
No, it was truly, it was the most overstimulating environment you could imagine. And then when you have like your kids screaming and crying on top of it, on top of the overstimulation, it was just another
And there's
level.
other people's kids screaming and crying.
I left after that. We went home. We were only there for an hour.
An hour seems like a long time.
It was.
It was, I think, a 3-hour event.
Yeah.
I said bye.
Yeah.
Did you stay the whole time? No.
Not for nothing. It was $100 and something for
to
all
go.
of us to get in.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like all inclusive. Like they
No.
had bounce houses. You had to fucking pay extra for that.
Wait, did you pay extra? Because
No, I
Eli
didn't, 'cause I didn't
Eli
even know that
either.
was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
you
so
had to pay extra.
annoying.
Oh, he didn't. He
No.
had to go on
I
the
hate when they
bounce.
do that.
Fuck, I should have just done that.
I hate when they do that in like the farm stands out east.
Oh, yeah.
Like Schnitz.
It's bullshit.
Like,
yeah.
why am I paying to get in? I should
Right.
if I'm paying to get in,
Yeah.
I should
Everything
be paying
should be
to get
included.
on this fucking shit on your rides.
Yep.
Your fucking farm rides, Cass.
Yes.
1,000,000%. The
Yes.
pony ride is cash only.
Yep.
Wild.
Yep.
Why the fuck is your pony here then?
Right.
And it's also like more money to get inside the pumpkin patch.
There's thousands of people coming a day. You're telling me the $20 a pop per
They're
person
the
isn't
greediest
fucking
people.
Yep.
Truly.
The $25
Yeah.
for the smallest bag.
It's such fucking bullshit.
Yep.
And then you have to pay for all the food, all of the drinks,
Yep.
any extra things. It's so ridiculous.
Living on Long Island. Oh my god.
Love it.
Living in hell. This is fall hell.
We're not monetized yet. Yeah. Everybody tell your friends about us because we need
So we can be monetized.
Please
Yeah.
monetize us.
monetize us. We need people to
Buy
listen.
us
Tell your
things.
friends we're funny, we're cool,
We're ghouls.
and we're ghouls.
I'm a very ghoulish person.
Oh, so ghoulish. I do some ghouly ass shit. All right, so listen. Today we're going to be going over a topic that I'm pretty excited about, and also one that Tara's boyfriend knows.
Okay, yeah.
That was
Shout out?
Yeah, shout out Kevin.
Oh, shout out Kevin.
Shout out,
Kevin.
Kev. Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm farting in my head a little bit.
Sorry, I wasn't like smooth.
It wasn't smooth for me either. I wanted to try and incorporate him into this, and it just didn't come out of my mouth the way I thought it. Like, you know when you think of something and you're like, this is going to be great. Great way to tie somebody else into this.
Right.
But then when you say it, whatever it is,
Right.
it doesn't come out that way. That was me.
That's okay.
Just that second. Anyways. Something that was fun when I was writing up this story, it was coincidental, but it was actually on the 66th anniversary of the Dyatlov pass incident. And this isn't the first time that this happened for us, by the way, because when you did your episode of Ellen
Right.
Greenberg?
Yeah, Greenberg.
It was, we either published it or sent it to be published the same day that was her case
day?
anniversary. The day.
That's freaky.
It was
So
the
I
day.
knew it was near an anniversary because that's why it popped up.
Yeah.
I actually no, I don't know if it's no, I actually don't know that it popped up because of like a text message, something like new text message information came out.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's freaking
No,
weird.
I noticed that it was. I think we had set it to publish because we didn't publish it on the date of
Right.
the anniversary, but it was set to be published on the date of the anniversary, which was like banana cakes.
It was. I scheduled it on the same day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that was absolutely wild. And then of course with this one, because I was like clicking in because I like to like cross-reference whenever I'm writing out like
Right.
my report or my script or what have you. I like to cross-reference during my write-out like with different facts that I've written down. And one of the sites that I used it's called the Dyatlov Pass, like .com or something. It's like very like plain and simple.
Very straightforward.
Very straightforward. She doesn't mince words.
No. I love that for her.
So on it literally popped up. It was like little hearts. I was like, oh, she's fun and new. What's this? And it was like anniversary of Igor passing and like all these people passed out. I was like, that's crazy.
Wow.
So that was wild.
So your topic today is
The Dyatlov Pass.
beautiful.
If you didn't know, listener, this is a spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Dyatlov. Where? Well, you're gonna say where it is. I can't remember where it is.
It's in Russia.
Okay.
Okay.
I will repeat this.
I love that.
But so the Dyatlov Pass incident is something that had become a world famous case. I'm sure once I kind of get into the nitty gritty, it'll be another case that some of you might have actually heard. And it happened in the Ural mountain range. Also, forgive me. This is like Russian, and I'm gonna butcher these names. I know I'm gonna butcher them.
Just try your best.
I'm so sorry to my grandma. She was Ukrainian, so she knows these words. I don't.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, she speaks the language. Never taught my dad. Well, that wasn't like the thing to do back then.
Right.
It was to
No.
forget the language.
Assimilate.
And it's a mountain range that actually runs mostly through Russia, but it's also in Syria too. It was here that the story takes place of 9 experienced skiers who were embarking on a skiing expedition that started January 23rd, but ended tragically before seeing its completion on February 2nd. And it ended with every single one of the 9 people being dead. And each one, wild enough, died in various ways. And their deaths ranged from anywhere between hypothermia, which was almost like the baseline cause of death when they first got all the bodies back.
Of course.
And all the way to life-threatening wounds that forensics medical experts, when doing autopsies and all that good stuff, they compared their bodies to car crash victims. Like it was that brutal, that forceful of fractures that happened to their bodies. And it was part of those reasons of that a lot of like theories came from the Dyatlov Pass incident, and I'll get into that much later. But
What year did this all take place?
it was 1959.
Okay, 1959. Okay, I don't want to jump ahead
Me either.
because I have like so many questions from what you just said.
I know. It's a lot, but I do go over a lot.
Like I'm like, what's that?
I
I'm
go over
essentially
that.
just saying like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. It's the whole entire case is fucking crazy pants. And even like after doing it and going through it, like I remember when I first heard about it, I was in high school, and when I first heard about it, I was like gung ho. It was a Yeti. I was like a Yeti, fucking
What's up?
a Yeti, snowman.
Right.
He did this. Her
Snowman? You mean like an abominable?
abominable
Yes.
snowman. Yeah, snow. Person.
I tried saying that word, but it wouldn't like form in my head. So I was like,
I
well,
have
I'm gonna
no
try.
idea how that came out of my mouth. I'll never be able to repeat it. I was like, I just said like 7 vowels. No, not 7 vowels. Like, what are those things?
Evens.
No.
Syllables.
Yes. It's like, what? Evens? What the fuck just happened? Oh, that was great.
To me, syllables are like evens.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what
I feel that.
I mean?
I feel like it's like a... Okay.
So, anyways, before we get into the death, I do want to go over the moments leading up to February 2nd. As it turned out, both the team as a unit kept a journal, and individual members of the team had also had their own journals, which were all discovered in the tent that they were able to find at the ridge of where they passed. And I was able to read like a lot of them, so I got a really good understanding of what was going on.
All of them kept a journal?
Not all of them, only some of them.
Oh, I was going to say, imagine all but like one, and you're like, you are the guy who didn't keep a record of your life. And like
yeah.
no one remembers you.
Yeah. There's one guy that made it out.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So that was something that was like kind of new for me. So
ask him.
well,
I'm just kidding.
he essentially was like divine intervention. So like he was like there's supposed to be 10 of them.
Oh, he didn't go all the way
He
up.
didn't go all the way.
Did he get hurt? Or you'll get into that.
I'll get into that.
Okay,
Literally, that's
so
why we
sad.
can't talk. Like, I'm just going to sit.
Okay. Sitting.
Like, this needs to be like a campfire story. We can't talk.
And the website I was talking to you guys about before too, the dyatlov.com, they actually are a group of people that dedicate their spare time to the incident, because it is considered technically a cold case, that they keep going up there and doing expeditions to the site, and they do take donations on the website to try and solve the case and keep it on the radar. So if you guys feel inclined, go over there and donate. Anyways, so in late January of 1959, 10 people had gotten together and they set out traveling from Sverdlovsk to Visay by train and bus, and then from Visay to a place called District 41. It's like very, what's that?
Hunger Games?
Thank you.
You're
Hunger
welcome.
Games asked to me
Wow.
when I heard that District 41. And it's here that they have their last warm, semi-normal definition of room and sleep. When the team sets out from District 41, essentially their skiing excursion begins, and the trip was planned to be about 22 to 23 day timeline. On the travels in, they, like I said, they have their diary entries. So they talked a lot about singing. They talked a lot about conversations of love, and they just seem to be really in good high spirit, I guess. Along with the singing, they would write songs along the way, and then it was just a really nice way for the group to bond together before they really set out on their excursion. They talked about how one of the train transfers, they found some refuge from the cold in a school that was like right next to the train station, which was kind of cool. And while they were there, the kids and teachers were super welcoming. They talked about, it was almost like a show and tell when they got there. So they talked about their previous excursions, got the kids really excited about kind of like living life and, living life on the edge, and just kind of putting yourself out there. And when it was time for them to go, the kids really actually didn't even want them to leave. They were so immersed into their lifestyle and learning more. So it just kind of speaks to that this group was really doing their passionate work.
Yeah, I feel like to be in that mind, I'm like, I would be like a bundle of nerves.
Yeah.
And to be like in such a calm mindset to like write songs and like encourage little children to do this. You know what I mean? Like just feel really good and like,
Because they've all done it so many times before, and that's like where that's their happy place, is being out into, they were all very strong, built well, they built their bodies well, they built their bodies around these expeditions essentially.
Okay, yeah.
Couldn't be me.
No.
Not at all.
I have a question. No one had done this before, right?
What do you mean?
No one in the group had done Dyatlov's Pass.
No, so this was I don't go into that, but this was the first time that they routed this, and the whole reason why it's Dyatlov's Pass is because Igor Dyatlov decided to create this route for them to take.
Oh, so it wasn't an already established path.
Correct.
Why? Okay. And Igor Dyatlov is one of the people, obviously.
He's the lead guy. He's like the lead expedition guy. So he was the one that created the plan, that created the route, that
got it.
Like what was the purpose? Like to be
for fun. Like the purpose of that expedition.
Oh, I didn't know that's
Just
what people like
funsies.
did. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
I guess I just always thought you just go to things traveled already.
Yeah, right.
No.
Right.
But no, you make things. And it's like 1959. There's not that many.
Exactly. So he was doing
He was hoping to go down in history.
He met up with geological experts of the area. He met up with another expert of that kind of realm, and one of the issues that they had was that he was in charge of making this map that was going to be the routed trail that the team would take, and then to send it back to the geological experts to get that, like, okay, we see that's what you want to do, we understand the area, blah 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 blah. He never did that. He never completed that last part.
So he just drew it?
So on a map,
he met with him to understand it.
Yes.
And then drew it and was supposed to get that approved.
Right.
Yeah, like to be like, okay, that's right. But
like the most important part.
Did everybody know that?
Yeah.
Everybody was okay with that?
I think that they've done it so many times, so it's like, your comfort is your own.
Like nobody wrote in a
downfall.
journal like, I can't believe he.
No. Nobody journaled. Nobody hate journaled.
Nobody hate journals?
Nobody hate journals?
I would have been like, this
couldn't be me.
Dumb fucking bitch.
This motherfucker keeps farting near my face every fucking night.
I would be like, day 12, I just found out this is an unapproved route. I'm going to fucking kill Igor. And I'm going to murder every other one of these. That's like case solved. They didn't find my journal,
Day
right?
13. Jessica hasn't talked in 24 hours. I'm getting really scared of her.
I'm thinking of like White Chicks where she's like, I'm going to have a BF. She's like writing on the...
a BF.
Yeah.
What was BF for?
A bitch fit.
Me every day. I did something humiliating today. I was driving home, and I was driving down the road that I'm on that crosses, and the main street crosses over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here, you're going this way.
Yeah.
The person you're not allowed to make a left. You can't make a left either. Going this way, and you can't make a left that way. It's straight or to the right.
Yeah.
There's like 4 no left signs, okay? And I live on this road, so I've done a left, obviously. When it's really, like, deserted, I've driven past a cop, too. I'm like, fuck. But I've seen cops pull people over. Anyway, 2 cars in front of me. The first car's like a little Nissan trying to go left. But there's people on the other side. There was only like 4, but still. And then I'm honking, holding the horn down. I'm like, fucking go. And then the person in front of me tries to like kind of go around as they're waiting. And then eventually he turns and they go. And I drive past and I give them the finger. And then I'm like, oh, is there a cop? Like, I was pissed. And anyway, I'm driving. I realize the person in front of me is my fucking neighbor.
Shut up.
Not the person that made left, but the person that was in between us.
Oh my god.
I know.
Okay.
I was humiliated.
Did you make a few loops? Because I would have.
I immediately called Kevin. I was like, I'm you
how my day was because I was having a fucking meltdown.
Tell Susie I was PMSing.
I was mortified. I was like, that's
literally.
But then I called Kevin, and he's still in the driveway. He just pulled in. He's like, who cares? It's fine. So I just went home.
I just want to think
we
like
pulled up
right
next together,
bit,
but then she got out, and then we walked upstairs, and they were still in the hallway. But we were like, oh, I was like, sorry. I was like, do I make a comment? Do I make a comment? Do I make a comment? I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's tough.
I was like,
Well,
I need to
tough.
get myself in fucking check.
That
was like
she lives
that
in an
was
apartment,
a sign.
So like my neighbor is not like a next, like you're not houses apart. You're like
No doors apart.
We were in the hallway together. It was horrible.
It's my favorite.
We pulled up like this is how far apart our cars. This is our cars. You can't even.
The way I would have driven 15 times around the block. That wasn't me. Like,
I
no.
should have done that.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're saying this right now. Oh my god, she's gonna complain to my landlords.
Let me see. There's an aggressive woman that lives in this house, and I want you guys to know I've seen it today.
Get her out.
Listen, we've all been there.
No, you haven't.
I have absolutely laid
Alyssa
on the
for sure
horn.
has.
I know, but then
Alyssa for sure has.
Yeah.
She's the queen of road rage.
Yo, I fucking hate
That's how
that.
my rage comes out, you guys.
I hate driving.
Period.
It's like my least favorite activity. Mm-hmm. And so I get in that car, I'm on edge.
Anxiety, sky high.
Sky high.
I was born to be a passenger princess, please.
Me too.
Me
On
too.
my phone the whole way.
Anyways.
I'm racking up that
Anyway,
screen
where were
time.
we? So the Dyatlov Pass just was
Dyatlov.
not an established route.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That derailed me.
It's alright. You had to get it out.
I had
enjoyed
to.
it.
I'm so
You had
sorry.
to get out in the universe. Let it go.
I'll be quiet for like 20 minutes. I needed to quiet
Let's you
time.
back up on it.
You needed to unburden yourself.
Yeah, so right now they're just having fun. They get to their destination of the District 41. And it's here where it really starts to get into the thick of their skiing expedition because they're accompanied by horses and sleds that helps the team carry their gear to an abandoned geological site. And that's where they get let off. Like, that's where the team is now alone instead of 10 of them. But so after the Dyatlov group were on their own at the abandoned site, or about to be on their own, it's when the group of 10, like I was saying before, becomes the famous 9. And that's because one of the members, Yuri Yudin, he ends up getting severe sciatica inflammation. And if he continues... I thought of you the whole time. Tara has sciatic issues.
That's like such a me thing to do.
Yeah.
Is make this full total commitment.
Yes.
Like total. Paid money. Got there. Back issue.
And
then I'm like,
a little thing. It's like
I'm
it's
out.
like your
And it
fucking
would-
skiing expedition.
And it would be like a crazy thing like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
I would be, and I would know the entire time. I'm not actually going through with it.
Like, this isn't gonna be good for me or my back.
Like I'm not doing this.
This isn't even because they said that this wasn't the first guy's issue. Like, he's had sciatic pain before.
Exactly. He knew.
Yeah, he.
I
He
live-
was like, oh, I'm gonna.
I
try.
live it like in 2 worlds inside this head.
Yeah.
One, it's like I'm absolutely going. I will accomplish this, and like it ain't happening.
the reality of it all. So yeah,
Something's
that's
gonna happen.
So very tarot-coded.
because literally he was like, because of how like aggressive this expedition was gonna be. If he went, he would have fucked his back up more. would have been a bigger issue for the group because it would like
They
it would
would
have
have
held them
carrying.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just to divert all of that and not have to deal with it, he was like, I'm just going to go back with the sled team and the guy with the horses, and he's going to bring me back because I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do that to me. I'll let you guys go. So
Right at the
Holy
beginning.
survivor guilt.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He actually
Oh shit.
he ends up living until 2013,
Wow.
but he still passes like fairly young. He's 75 at that point.
Oh.
And he passes because of rheumatic heart disease.
And how old was he when he did this?
They were all young 20s. Most of
Wow.
them. Yeah, like 20.
That's when you do it. That's when you have to
21,
know. I mean,
Prime.
there's old people that do Everest.
Yeah.
Like when I worked in like the North Face retail, there was there was one guy. I forgot what his name was. I'm so sorry, but he climbed Everest like 4 times, and he even climbed Everest like with the same gear as the people who died, or maybe that's like an exaggeration.
That's horrendous.
Like not the same gear.
Like,
Yeah.
didn't take it off their bodies.
No,
Okay.
but like with an oxygen tank,
Yeah.
all that dumb stuff.
That other people have died in like it's essentially the same outfit. That's terrible. That's why I would never. That and
That is pretty
my
bad.
immense weight would never. I'm actually a bit nervous about an airplane. Like I don't know if my ass is
Right.
gonna fit in the seat. You know what I mean? I think about that daily. Anyways.
I would never climb Mount Everest. Would you?
God, no.
I would never do
Never,
it. What if
never,
like
never.
one of your like children said they wanted to?
No.
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 I would get them to. I would make them hike and fucking
Like
New
they're
Colts
27.
and then tell me how you feel. You know what I mean?
Like go up to Overlook Mountain.
Try something little.
It's a 2.5
and then tell
like,
me how you
2.5
fucking
mile
feel
climb.
by the end of that.
Do me 10 burpees right now. Right now, right here.
Let me see if you're wheezing or not at the end of it. And we'll make
Like,
that
you need your
decision
inhaler?
together.
No.
No.
You need glasses? No.
No. No, no, no.
Contacts?
No.
Do you like oxygen?
No. Like it does, obviously. No, I can't imagine.
No.
It would break my heart.
Yeah. So
They just disappear in the night. Anyway, sorry.
what? Like if the what?
They just run off and climb Mount Everest. I mean, imagine.
Break my little heart.
I would chase them around the world. Where is Mount Everest?
I was just thinking that. Thank you.
I want to say the Himalayan mountains. but I
Jessica,
could be
can you look
so
that up,
wrong.
please?
Oh,
Jessica.
Jessica. That's actually a really like smart answer.
Asia.
Himalayan.
It is.
Is it part of the Himalayan mountains? Am I smart?
It says mountain in Asia. Can you give me more, please?
It can be a lone mountain.
Just one.
Is that like a
I've
thing?
seen
The only
multiple
mountain in
mountains
Asia. No.
You've seen multiple mountains at Mount Everest.
Hello.
At Mount Everest.
So it's Earth's highest mountain above sea level, located in the Mahalangur Himal subterranean of the Himalayas.
Ow, she's smart,
I'm
guys.
smart.
Get it, girl.
Who
Get a
knew?
girl. Get a girl.
I didn't.
Wow, that's fucking crazy looking. All right, go on.
Yeah, you see the other mountains on there?
Everything's rock, animals,
And then nothing except for snow and trash.
and like air, snow air. It's just whirling
Yeah.
around you at all times.
Like, what are you doing with your poop? You know what I mean? Your poop, your peep.
I mean, just in the snow.
That's like a hot.
What?
It wouldn't freeze? Wouldn't freeze?
I
Like,
mean, you
would
dig a
your-
little hole.
I've seen like tears freeze up.
Oh, as it was leaving your body? Oh, that's... No, pee wouldn't freeze as it leaves your body. It's so hot.
Yeah, but imagine that hitting your like uvula. What's that called?
Your vulva? Uvula? I don't know what
She's
that is.
not all the way smart. I never claimed to be.
It's okay. She
Ask
just,
me about
she just
Everest, though.
balanced out.
I did. Next question.
Crying. Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So Yuri
pipe-
dipped.
Pipe down, Tara. Let's do this.
Yes. So Yuri leaves the group, and that's now the 9 of them. So it's now they don't have the horses, they don't have any of the extra help. They just have their skis and the supplies that they brought with them on their backs.
Oh, wait, the horse was supposed to stay with them?
No,
No.
it wasn't. So it just
okay.
brought them
I was
to
like, he took that away.
the geological site, and then
Okay.
they skipped out.
Yuri just dipped with the horse.
Yeah, Yuri.
He's like, I need this more.
essentially. He was
They're
like, I'm
like-
gonna go with them.
What?
So the first day of their travels, it begins and it brings them to the Lozva River, and that's on January 28th. And the journals that are being kept are telling us that they're all still really high spirits, that the group is continuing to sing. They love singing. They literally talk about singing every fucking journal entry that they have. And I'm not joking.
That's why I would be Yuri too. I'd be like, oh no.
I didn't sign
can't
up
do
for
this.
this fucking
You're
High
going
School
with, like-
Musical bullshit.
You get High School Musical
I
vibes?
almost just said High School Musical.
That and also Mickey Mouse House.
Okay. But imagine you go with like a close friend. It's their new group of friends. So you had no idea.
To be fair, we were just singing, it's so raven. I'm saying if it's us, I would love us. I would love us.
No.
to
It's
sing.
like a close friend of yours is like, I have this new group of 6 friends that
Come
I
on
want
this
you to
journey.
climb
So
with
you
me.
have a group of your own friends because that's not with me.
We rope you in.
What?
It's a
Am I
7
getting
other
paid?
people. No, why do you keep having to get paid? What is
broke.
going on?
Give me some money.
And you
Alright.
guys are just singing like show tunes the entire
And
time.
they're
I don't
the
get
new
show tunes.
friends
I
of
get
the-
like
what do you say?
hippie music. Like
Like
kumbaya, my lord. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like rock star trying to impress his girlfriend in college on
A little bit of Wonderwall
Oasis. A little bit of
without a doubt.
they were singing Oasis before Oasis was a thing.
That was in the journal. That song.
That's actually where Oasis gets all their music lyrics from. Is from the music that these guys brought up from the journals.
Like, and all of their songs can be played solely with a tiny guitar.
Yeah, for sure.
That they had to ski with.
Like, it had to be like portable. It's a little ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele.
I'm dead. They probably dead because they were big with like bonfires.
And I
stuff.
bet they had, like,
because it's cold.
Like the wooden thing that was rigged. Like little things like that.
I don't know.
Like
I tried to make
a
the
pair
noise,
of
it didn't work.
spoons. No, I'm just kidding. Let me...
Spoon clapping hands. Yeah. So, and then again, they're like they're young 20s, right?
Yeah.
So they're like having fun, they're vibing, they're talking about love and future and all that fun stuff. And they're just really stoked. So the next day they continue their travels, and during this they run. During this run, they come across a Mansi Trail or Mansi Trail. I don't know, but if you don't know what a Mansi or the Mansi is, it's an indigenous people to Russia and Ukraine.
Oh.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
That's
I didn't know
amazing.
either. I thought that was so fun.
Yeah.
So once that group happens upon the trail, they decide to take it because Mansi people are like rocked, like they know what the fuck they're doing. Okay,
I would take it.
they're indigenous.
Yeah.
The
Without a
trails
doubt.
are easy to travel.
Right.
And they knew that if they took it, it was essentially going to bring them up to the Ospaya River.
Okay.
So they just kind of rock that way.
There's running water there.
I don't know if there's anyone. I mean, there could be. It's
God.
January.
Like fucking
you know what
freezing.
I mean? Yeah. So.
Oh, I can't imagine.
I
how
can't.
cold.
It's so fucking cold here.
I know.
What was the temperature in the District 41 thing in the geological site? Do you know?
No, I never really got the temps. Yeah. So it's from January. I'm sure there's somewhere in the internet.
Ice cold.
Ice cold.
Titanic water.
Yeah. So from January 30th to February 1st, they've continued their expedition, and as expected, except for one thing, Luda Dubinina. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh my god, I love it.
I really should have practiced these names. I'm so sorry. Liuda D. Somehow along the way, she ends up injuring her leg. She is pictured because there's a few pictures that they actually do take along their expedition too,
wow.
which is really cool to see. Along with also when they find their bodies, they also have those like I guess crime scene photos.
Oh, okay.
Which was also kind of wild. That was super wild to look at. But when this happens, they lessen the load for her, so they kind of take packs off of her back. And on February 1st, even with Ludia's leg condition, they actually reach a point in a pass of the route that Dyatlov had planned, and they get there earlier than expected.
Oh.
So when this happens, Dyatlov kind of goes to the group, and he's faced with a decision on whether or not to continue forward up the ridge
Right.
and to ascend to Mount Ototen. Or to continue with their original plan, and that was which was originally supposed to continue to the Lozva River until it gets to a valley where they would ascend there.
Got it.
I believe that was because of Ludia hurting her leg was like part of the reason to ascend earlier because it would get them through with the trip a little bit quicker. But unfortunately, this is also where they seal their fate.
Wait, so she hurt her leg.
Yeah.
And they wanted to ascend, which means start climbing sooner.
Yeah.
Instead of traveling on more flat land to ascend later.
Yes.
Because it would shorten the trip if they ascend now rather than to go. So it was like a group effort on what they wanted to do.
What do you mean? Like, shouldn't like walking a little bit more give her some more time to heal?
I think it was more so because they could have done it. It wasn't like an aggressive ascent. So it was like, I guess for me it would be aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. For me.
Any kind of like incline, you know what I mean? But I think the thinking was that it was going to cut substantial amount of time out of their journey so that way she can get back and they wouldn't have to worry about continuing to carry her load and all that other stuff. They would just get the hard part out of the way quick.
Right.
With the most energy.
Yeah.
Right. So they did plan B instead of their plan A route was what was originally planned out.
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't know if I agree with their decision. Not based off of what happened.
Yeah.
But like because of their reasoning. I think they should have went a little bit longer because I doubt for their experience it really was that bad. And maybe it gave them a little bit like it's okay. This is going to sound crazy. They should have carried the heavier load with the less bad travel.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of like thinking that they needed the most energy to go up the hard one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I would have voted the other way.
I would have voted we stick with plan A and not divert to a new path we
Like,
don't
take
know.
our time.
Well, the
Let's
whole
see
time they
it-
didn't really know the path,
Well,
so they
that's
never
also
really
very
traveled
true.
it.
Fair
But
point.
yeah, I think.
But that's where he talked to with the geological people at least.
Well, because I think what would have happened was, well, they knew the area, they knew what they were getting into when speaking to the geological people. They just didn't get the full-on confirmation of the route that they were taking, right? So nobody back home from where they were from, like, knew that they were going exactly, like, which ways they were going. They just knew word of mouth, like,
got
because
it.
there was another team that there's a few expeditions that were happening at once, but they were all kind of, like, spread out along the mountain range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't really get into it because it's, like, not really, you know.
Because they didn't really cross paths or anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
But so what happened was that when they were planning everything, I think either way, like, this is just maybe my guess, is that the ascent was going to be the ascent no matter what. So it was going to be like the same amount of difficulty no matter what. So either they were going to extend that ascent and her leg continued to wait the way it was. Maybe she could have sprained it or what have you. Probably wasn't going to be a quick fix. It wasn't going to be a quick heal. So it could have been the ascent where they could have taken the river, then ascended up, then done the rest of the path. Or they could have ascended where they were in the area. It wasn't going to be any harder than it was going to be further down the line. It was going to be the same amount. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that was my guess. I don't know.
You make a good case.
I'm just trying to help. I don't know. I don't know.
You're like, they didn't make the worst. She just should have went home.
Truck your ass fucking back down the river, bitch.
Jessica, you're done.
You're done.
Too many people, they're fragile. Are they drinking milk?
They seem to need some fucking milk.
They need something.
They do. So now it's February 2nd. And
I looked up the temperatures really quick.
yeah.
So it says in January, temperatures at the Dyatlov Pass can be extremely cold, obviously. So temperatures range from -4 degrees to -22 during the day, but with cold spells and during storms, it can go to -40 degrees
In Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit. That's all Fahrenheit.
And what about in 1959? That was probably colder.
No, it's about the same. Because now that you mentioned the temperature, that I got a flashback in my head.
It says around, it was probably around the whole time they were doing this, around -22 degrees Fahrenheit.
So climate change is false.
And it was during.
I'm just kidding. You're like, if they're fine.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's fucking insane. That's actually another wild thing to throw in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And I forgot to mention too. At
Your
one point-
skin. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking over you. That's my problem.
No. I'm sorry.
But it was at one point too. They actually did during the traverse from when they started to this passing in the ridge.
Yeah.
They were caught inside of a I think it was inside of a snowstorm, like a snow
Oh my God.
blizzard, or an aggressive wind where it blew all the snow that was laying on top of the fir trees and everything off, and it hit it, like they said that they could barely even see in front of them.
Wow.
That's some point in this.
Nope.
How many red flags
No,
do
Truly.
you need
Turn
to
around.
see
Turn around,
truly.
before you leave?
please.
Name them.
Extreme cold,
Name them.
extreme exerting yourself. No, thank you.
Expedition. Red flag number 1.
The name itself.
Flying to Russia.
Red flag.
Thinking it.
Twin red flag number 1.
Red flag.
Being in Russia. I'm just kidding.
No, red flag.
Right? Anyways.
Controversial. Not really.
I mean, yeah. they're not doing great over there.
No.
Sorry, guys.
They're at war.
Hi, if you're here. You're probably not listening.
No.
All 25 of our listeners.
They're like 7 are from Russia.
Did you see India just made its...
Way onto our listeners?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. I didn't even know you could look at a map.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's not essentially a map. It just tells you like the areas, like the...
Oh, okay. That's
that come
cute.
in and visit.
Shout out India.
Yeah,
Hey.
hey guys. Welcome to our channel. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Anyways.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So it's February 2nd now, and it brings in the very... I'm so sorry. It brought in the beginning of a very real nightmare that we all know as the Dyatlov Pass incident. Because it's the date when 9 experienced healthy, strong group of 20-year-olds will all be remembered for their tragic deaths. The gag of it all, though, it was until February 20th that search parties were even formed to go look for the group.
Wow.
Which I didn't know, which was like fucking wild pants.
Wait a minute. Yuri's there. And he's not sending search parties out? Wait, when were they supposed to be back? The 23rd?
Yuri's dead.
Why is Yuri dead?
Oh!
Like back
sorry,
then.
Yuri Yudin. I'm so sorry.
There was a
there's
second Yuri?
3.
Of course. When you said Yuri, I was like, of course there's a Yuri.
Yeah. There's 3.
There's
I forgot.
3?
There's 3.
Yeah, it's like Steve's.
True.
Amazing. He didn't send a search party out?
Well, so what happened was that during the conversation with Igor, before they left, Igor was like, "Oh yeah, no, we're probably going to be a little bit later than expected because
Shit happens.
lollygagging or whatever shit happens." Yeah, like because their expected date back was supposed to be, what was it? It was like I want to say it was like February 12th.
I feel like the
Okay.
12th rings a bell because I when you said the second, I was like, oh wait, I thought it was the 12th.
Yeah,
But I think it was supposed to be back on the 12th.
Yeah, probably have it somewhere. I want to say it's the 12th. I'm like 98% positive it was the 12th. So, yeah, it was 18 days after the first deaths and 8 days after they were scheduled to have come back from their skiing expedition.
That's a little late.
Yeah.
But they had already been dead for 10 days anyway.
Yeah. But the only reason why the
Hindsight.
search party was like, the search party was even like formed was because the parents and the loved ones of the 9 were like, can you guys get something, like, this isn't normal. Can you please, like, they're out there. Can you just make sure they're okay?
Did you think like the local, I guess, like police presence or like park ranger presence were like, no, I mean, they're dead, so there's nothing we could do about it? Like, do they
No.
have a lot of deaths around there?
They weren't worried about it at all. I'm not too sure if it was like a common thing for people to die along the Ural Mountain, like if on expeditions, but it was the fact that these were 20-something-year-old kids, essentially, right? And they all belonged to an institution, like a school, and they were, I want to say it was like a part of the school's like gig to like put these guys out to go on expeditions, because it seemed like they were in charge of the rescue team, informing them to begin with. So I couldn't really tell why it, like, they were tied in together, but I guess because they were all going to the same school. I don't really know.
That's how they all met?
Yeah, I believe they all met
okay.
because they were pretty much going to the same institution or working for the institution.
Right. Got it. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would sue the school.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
I hope somebody did, because it took them so
Without a
long to
doubt.
like
Yeah.
kind of kick into gear. And again, like one of the reasons why like it did take longer than what one would usually expect for a search party to gear up is because Dyatlov had told Yuri
Right.
Vizay that he could most likely expect the group to be a day or so behind schedule. So like they kind of like, a lot of people were just kind of blowing it off. Like when they were saying, oh, they're missing, they haven't been here for a few days. They're like, you're worry warding. Like, come on. Just wait a little bit longer. And it was in the days to follow from February 20th to February 26th when the first bodies were found.
Wow.
Okay.
And then from February 26th until May 2nd when the rest of the group was found. So it took until February 20th to May 2nd just to reiterate that 120 men involved in the search and rescue of the Dyatlov group in order to find all the bodies, all 9 of them.
Wow.
Did anyone die in the search and rescue?
Yeah, I think one did.
Okay. And then also, you said that there were other groups like along the mountain, but they were really far away, right?
Yeah, so with that, there was a group that had talked to Dyatlov and had direct contact with them, and they were actually originally on their way back from completing the expedition. They were on a train station, and they were stopped by police officers because they thought them to be the Dyatlov group, and the police officer was like, "There's people looking for you guys. Like, who are you not checking in with?" And they were like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "You're not the Dyatlov group?" And they were like, "No, why? We literally, like, during our cross paths, they said that they were gonna go this way or whatever, what have you." And then the police officer was like, "Well, you're gonna go back and you're gonna help us look for them." But there was actually, among that group, I think there was 2 or 3 people that like couldn't fucking do it. Like they were like,
they just did one.
Yeah, they literally helicoptered them back because they knew the area and they were the last people essentially to talk to the group and was like, "You're in this."
I absolutely would have been helicoptered
I
back.
would have been pissed.
I would have been so fucking pissed.
I would have been like, "Get me a fucking
I would have called
burger right now,
Mom.
I need
Can
water.
you come pick me up?
I need a blanket. Like I just got back.
Give me a hot chocolate, a hot toddy.
This is not my problem."
You see me alive and well after my fucking expedition. I'm tired. My knees hurt.
I do not need to be a hero.
I am not Megan Thee Stallion.
Imagine
These
you like
knees will not pop up.
Oh, hold on, I need to get. Imagine you're like in your 60s and you just completed like a bucket list thing.
And then you're
it's
like
the one
forced
thing
to
you
do.
never would want to repeat again in your life. And
I
they
would
like
break my ankle
with
down
guns
there.
make you redo it. I would die.
Immediately.
Yeah,
turn
they were
around.
like essentially like they were helicoptered. The people
Wow.
that
Like you're going to
physically could
federal
not do
prison
it,
for a minimum of 10 years if you don't do
essentially.
this.
Yeah.
Right.
I would be sobbing the entire way.
I would actually think I was dead and I'm in hell. I'm like,
I
is
would
this
probably sit down when I got like dropped off. They were dropped
Yeah.
off on a mountain. I would just sit down.
No, I'm saying
I'm fucking
without
here,
the
man.
helicopter.
What do you mean?
Like they make you redo the whole expedition.
Oh my god!
I know, that's
no.
crazy. That's crazy.
I would jump off the train.
actual
I
hell.
couldn't do that. No.
I would be like, I want. Where are they? I want it to.
Yeah.
Please.
Literally take my
Yeah.
gear. I'm fucking over this shit.
Like I can't. I can't.
Imagine just uncontrollably sobbing to the police officer that's like, "You're going back."
Like, and they're not breaking. They're like, you're going back. I can't.
That would be so funny.
That would be my hell.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But once this is gonna get dark again. I'm so sorry. But once the bodies were found and examined, a slew of conspiracy theories came in, and honestly wasn't unfounded for why, because people that looked outside of natural reason, or it wasn't unfounded for why people were looking outside for natural reasons. Hello. Because they were found. Because of how they were. I'm having a problem.
Are you having
I'm stroking.
I was like, I have no idea what the fuck she's saying.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we do?
Do you need to take a sip of something?
I don't have anything.
Go get water or something.
Left in here.
Nothing left.
No, it's okay. I'm like so scared to get up from the last time that one of us got up and the whole entire wire, like the mics went out. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell no. Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so once the bodies were found and examined, a slew of conspiracy theories came in, and honestly wasn't unfounded for why people looked outside of the natural reasons of death, because of how they were found, that there was no clear-cut reasons for the injuries, and the positions of some of the bodies were like wild too. But to go back and touch on exactly what I mean is that on February 26th, like I was saying, the first bodies were found, with the first 2 people being Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonishenko.
The Yuris were together.
The Yuris were together.
Little Yuris.
They were found covered in snow, completely frozen solid, and they were both found with very little clothing. A flannel button-up, tee, boxers, ripped jogger pants. And the 2 Yuris were laid next to each other, but when the medical examiner was able to take a better look at the bodies, it was noted pretty quickly that although the 2 Yuris were found laying dead next to each other, that wasn't their original place of passing.
Oh, wow.
On Doroshenko, there was actually livor mortis that had set in on the back, but he was found face down, meaning that when he had passed, his blood flow stopped and began to pool onto the side he was passing, which was, he was in a face-up position, but when he was found, he was covered in snow face down.
And the blood was still pulled up in his back. It hadn't re-pulled down.
Exactly.
So it hadn't even moved that quickly. I mean, well, because it froze in place, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
And maybe it would have
that's the
taken,
thing.
like, decades for it to move back down.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, like, when you do freeze, it stops the decaying process almost altogether.
That's fucking crazy. Do you think he naturally turned over, like, from wind or...
It could have been
and,
wind.
like,
No.
a small
No.
avalanche?
No, he was clearly placed.
Well,
There's
maybe
like a
maybe
short
he was
little
one of
story.
the first to pass, and then they put them together. Or
Yeah, that is
something, you know?
essentially what they believe is that.
Oh wow.
However, they did die. That when they did, they placed the two together, and they were together next to a fire that was lit
That was lit.
at one point.
Oh, I was like, what? They're frozen to death, and there's still a fire going.
That would be
I
fabulous.
would be
fire.
like, Sue.
So was it confirmed? Were they the first two to die? Were they able to even confirm that or anything? Or
Yeah,
that's a
they
good
were.
question.
They were.
yeah, they pretty much were able to confirm it based on a few different reasons. One of them being that when they stumbled across their bodies and the old fire, they saw that there was a lot of trampling footprints around the fire, and that there were trees that had been cut off above the fire and above the bodies. The interesting thing is that people that were documenting the case and documenting like the surrounding areas said that some of the tree clippings were 10 meters up. Which is like there's another reason why the Yeti theory came in is because it was so high up. Some people are saying that it also could have been that one of them had climbed the tree to get a better view of the area to see what they were like facing with.
Right.
Some people said that they could have climbed the tree to try and get away from something that was attacking them. So there was a few different like conspiracies as to why there was clippings that were so high up in the tree, or why there was branches that were ripped down from so high up in the tree.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What kind of animals do any animals live in this area?
Yeah, deer. There was another animal, but I can't remember.
Like, but not like
I wonder if like snow leopards, like
or like a bear,
like bears,
I don't know.
right?
I mean, bears in Russia, I feel very
that's true.
Angry.
are.
Damn,
Jessica.
Yeah, there
that up,
are
please?
some people have expressed concerns about bears at that place.
Damn. And now that's just so. Were they able to tell the cause of death by either of them?
So that's where the blanket cause of death was like hypothermia.
Just hypothermia.
And then they were.
Okay, bears are not the cause.
But like no like signs of like foul play or.
That's the thing is that it's hard to tell
That's
about
hard
some
to
of
tell.
the things. I get into a little bit more detail about exactly what happened to everybody's body.
Okay.
But it's hard to tell exactly like what it was that caused it.
Okay.
Like, was it foul play? Could it have been something else? Like, some of the more recent theories is that there was a snow slab that came loose, and that with that type of force crashed into their tent because they had dug into the mountain a little bit to get away from the wind. And that it was the
so they got like crushed.
yeah,
shit.
essentially.
Wow,
What a way to go.
But even then, it's like not like their fractures aren't super consistent.
Well, I feel like depending on where they are in the tent, maybe that. But just like if they did that like 4 more times, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's what
You know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah. And it essentially is like 4 more times. So
What are we not learning here?
Right. So it's another observation that was made to the Uris was that they had both had visible signs of trauma to their skin and around their face, their nose, and their hands, and even some burn marks that happened to their bodies. It was noted that there was like I was saying, a fire that was built next to them. Though when looking at the fire, it was also said that it was like a short-lived fire, that it burned fast and it burned hard and it burned out quick. After the Uris, after the Uris, Igor, where's my mouse? I can't stand this. After the Uris, Igor, Dyatlov, and Zenaida Kolmogorova, their bodies were the next two to be found that same day. They also both had visible signs of trauma to their body. Dyatlov had bruises and small cuts all over his. He also had significant enough bruising and abrasions to his knuckles that the medical examiners felt confident enough to say that he had definitely gotten into a hand-to-hand combat before his demise, which was interesting. They were also able to confirm that one of the article of clothing, a sweatshirt he had on him, belonged to Doroshenko, and Yuri Yudin, the survivor, was able to confirm this when seeing the shirt on Dyatlov too. So this is some insight to the story of what could have happened that night, why Doroshenko was without adequate clothing, because it's believed that Igor had taken the sweater from the body of Yuri to help Igor himself be warm.
Well, if, like, it's getting harder and harder and they're losing things, like, they're leaving things behind.
Right.
Which they did. So I didn't mention, but they had one of the things about doing this ridge and taking this pass was that they had dropped off because they were schlepping around a whole bunch of shit. They had decided to leave it behind, which is a common practice. If they're going to, like, ascend up a ridge, they would put their things and their belongings into a holding place and they would continue on without it. So
They just take what they need as they go.
And then I guess part of the tent also being covered, and it had clean cuts to it, so it seemed as though they might have, like, climbed out of it. So maybe that could have been that they didn't have access to their stuff any longer, or what have you.
Interesting.
This sounds like a horror movie.
Oh, for
Truly.
sure. I remember it. Like, when I first heard about it, I was like, what the fuck is going on? So now with Zenaida, her body being the last body found on February 27th, she was found face down. She was also better dressed with having multiple layers of clothing on, and her autopsy showed that she had a bruise on her waist. Some say it could be compared to a bruise that one would get from a baton beating, because it was relatively the same shape and size, and I guess that was common.
Like a old policeman baton
Yeah.
or like a twirler's baton?
A policeman baton.
Like a club?
Yeah.
Was there any around?
No.
Was there any on those other hikers that did survive? Because I'm getting vibes.
I don't know.
They're like, I don't
We
want to
haven't mentioned
there.
them in like 40 minutes. I'm like, I have vibes on those guys.
I ain't gonna fucking forget those bitches.
They're like, I'm glad I did it. They made me do this twice.
I'm gonna get back at them. I'm gonna hit them one more time.
You like kick some here.
Yeah, it was like truly just an assumption of how she got it though. Like they just kind of like jumped to conclusions.
Right.
And she also had a couple abrasions on her face as well. So they all kind of had like these fucked up face. Like all of them had blood crusts all over their face. Like it wasn't like a pretty sight when they found them.
That's really
I mean,
weird.
that and they were also completely frozen. A couple days later, the search group was able to find only one more of the group of 9, and it was Rustam Slobin. His autopsy brought on more questions as to what happened because when he was found, he had significant skull fractures that were consistent with a blunt force trauma. Due to that, he also had a hemorrhage inside of his skull.
What the hell did that?
So like he was hit multiple times in the head
That's what it seems like.
and then had a stroke from it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And died.
How far apart were all these bodies?
Oh, I did say I didn't write it down. It wasn't the Yuris and Igor and Ludia. They weren't that far apart from each other.
So not that far apart. Okay.
Do you think people went insane?
That is a theory. That
Like in
is
just
a theory.
but like 10 days in? Like you guys are experienced, but you're in your early 20s. So how experienced can you be?
Yeah.
Right.
You're not like in your 40s.
Yeah.
Right, that's true.
And
You're
it was
10
like,
days in. You're already one down.
Oxygen being an issue. Like there was some sort of
Yeah.
also one
right.
of their clothing. They had
Like enough.
they had what's that called? Radiation.
On their clothes.
On one of the clothes, yeah, there was radiation poison, like, which was like wild. I didn't know about that.
It's near Chernobyl.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Could have been.
Interesting.
I didn't look into it. So after the find and retrieval of Slobdin's body, it wouldn't be until months later now that it took a Mansi native and his dog while they were out hiking in May, after the snow was like starting to be well and melted, that they saw what could potentially lead to the final 4 were located. Because there was like clothing articles that were ripped off that were like kind of, it was almost like breadcrumbs.
Wow.
And Mansi people were smart and they were like, okay, I know that there was a group of hikers that were out here that died, that they were looking for them. Because Mansi people were a part of the, what did I say, like 100 and whatever
Yeah.
people to help look for them. They were part of the rescue crew. So they were well informed about the remaining 4. And that was successful because they were able to, once he reported it in, rescue crew came out again and they begun their digging and they came across a den. So essentially the last 4 lived long enough that they were traveling again to try and get back, I guess, home or back out of where they were.
Oh, wow.
But I guess the cold started to get to them and they ended up creating a den for themselves, like dug deep. They filled it with trees and things like that to help keep warm so that their bodies weren't in direct contact with snow. But unfortunately, when they got to the den, it was empty.
What?
There were clear signs that it was used to protect them, like I was saying, against the harsh winter. And when they investigated the area a little bit further, that's when they were able to find the body of Ludmila Dubinina. She was heavily clothed in a ravine. The
And it
crazy,
was, like in water?
yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
The super crazy thing was that her body had missing skin in multiple places on her face, all the way down to the bone. It was in her
God.
cheek.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's these bodies that really like just fireworked the conspiracy theories. So
This
her
is horrible.
It really is.
her so her face, her cheeks, missing skin down to her bone and the eye area, her eyebrows as well, the bridge of her nose were all missing down to her bone.
God.
She also no longer had her eyeballs and her tongue and part of the muscles of the floor of her mouth that were all missing. She had 10 broken ribs. The cartilage to her nose was completely smashed and flattened, and she had a hemorrhage to her heart. She was also found with a lot of blood in her stomach, and that suggests that she was still alive when her tongue came out of her mouth.
I gagged.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What a way to go. That's fucking horrible.
I'm speechless.
Me too.
No,
I
I'm
know.
actually like speechless. That's okay. That literally, I was like, oh, animals, whatever. You just completely like what?
No, it gets worse.
Oh my god.
You're like
Okay,
me last
continue.
one.
No, no.
Like, oh, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Taunting us with the horrible news.
Yeah.
So it was after Ludmila, the final 3 bodies were found, because obviously they continued their exploration of the area. And Simeon Zolotarov, Alexander Kolvater, and Nikolai Thebo Brignoli. Simon, I don't know, also had both of his eyeballs missing. He had missing skin around his left eyebrow, missing down to the bone. He had an open wound on the right side of his skull, all the way down to the bone. And he had 5 broken ribs, all on the right side. For Alexander, the injuries that were visible on his body were that he had his skin that were all around his eyes and eyebrows were missing down to the bone. His nose cartilage was hypermobile, but they did say that doesn't necessarily mean it was broken. But it was just something to point out, something odd. He also had an open wound behind his ear, as well as his neck being noticeably deformed. The last member of the group was Nikolai Thabo Brignoli, and he had obtained multiple fractures to his skull. He had a bruise on his upper lip and also a severe bruise on his forearm. It's with no surprise once word got out, especially once the people heard about the conditions of the bodies, and the last 4 bodies specifically, all the theories started to emerge. And it was theories like the Yeti, theories like a secret military weapons testing, UFO, extraterrestrial phenomenon. It was just kind of like a whirlwind of people trying to grasp at straws to like, how did their bodies end up the way they did? They were well away from the others, you know?
Right.
Usually like when you're frozen, you're halted in your deterioration.
Yes.
So it's not like it's wild to have these missing skin all the way down to the bones, multiple fractures. These were essentially the last 4 that were alive from this group. So like, if you're gonna say that there was a snow slab that came in and crushed them, it doesn't really make sense if those 4 members were their like last surviving 4, that they were able to dig down into a den and create this little like safe place, just to have this super tragic end and this kind of
While they're all out of the den? And why
Yeah.
would any of them leave the den?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what did they need on the outside?
exactly.
Did they say, like, if they had stayed in the den, if they would still be alive when the search parties got there? Or it was too late?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that was in
Yeah.
May.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
in May,
that's
but
very
I
true.
mean,
Definitely not true.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. When did they die? They have any idea?
but they were out there searching for them in February, so it's like, wild. Where were they?
Were they
How were they
potentially-
missed? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
They were.
But how? Wait, sorry. Were they really that far away from where they were searching?
Yeah.
Oh wow, they went even further.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they say like when they died, or we just
They don't really know like the
No.
time of death for.
Damn. Imagine it was like a month later or something. Like I can't.
How
damn.
long did they go out there? They went insane.
Right.
Do you think they went insane and like turned on each other?
That's like part of the. That's a part
Yeah.
of a theory is that they had some sort of like
'Cause, like-
poisoning,
Like altitude poisoning, maybe.
Right.
something like that. Yeah, there's a few different poisoning options that could have happened. One was poisoning from a flask, I forgot exactly how, but it could have been that this flask was like passed around and it just kind of like fucked them up and they started turning on each other. And
Like, was it lead?
no, it wasn't lead. I feel like I would have remembered if it was lead. It wasn't lead.
And I feel like the radiation shirt is kind of suspicious, but like it's 1959. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
were they that careful?
Yeah.
Like at their college, you know what I mean?
They could have been easily contaminated him. He could have gotten that contaminated like anywhere along the way.
They're like, here's a
essentially.
radiated rock for
Yeah.
everyone to pass around and see.
Keep it in your pocket.
Don't worry,
Perfect.
it only does 9 million watts of radiation, however they do it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting over the girl with the missing tongue
Yeah.
and the blood in her stomach.
But it was also the guy had the missing eyeballs
Right.
too. Like
Right.
it. That's why some people they wanted to blame the Mansi indigenous people
That is where my mind went when you were talking about all this.
because they were saying that it could have been like ritualistic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even think that.
Yeah,
And when were their last journal entries? February 2nd?
I believe so. Yeah,
Oh. So they
And there was nothing.
and they had like watches and all their time stopped at like 8:45 or something, like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's freaky.
It was
Wait,
wild.
that suggests radiation. I feel, right? Like stopping something?
Maybe. But yeah, there was like people think that could have been like military because there was a military base that wasn't far off that somehow they decided they saw these people and they used their they wanted to test out their new military weapons on them, which would explain like the missing eyeballs and the missing tongue or something like that. There was also like
I forgot about the eyeballs.
people thought escaped convicts had come across this area. They did examine every single one of the bodies to see if any of them had been sexually assaulted.
Right.
None of their bodies had
Okay.
proved to have been sexually assaulted in any kind of way.
Did they find the tongue and eyeballs?
No.
Animals definitely ate that. If they didn't eat them themselves.
Which
They
is
didn't
so
find
weird.
like tongue in somebody else's stomach?
No.
Imagine.
That
Full
would be
eyeball.
Imagine.
fucking wild. It would be preserved in there.
It would be.
I mean, going back to the first group that was found, that one guy's knuckles that were all bloodied, right? Like, well,
Yeah.
not, you know,
Igor?
yeah, one of
Yeah,
them.
Igor had the bloody abrasions like to prove that he was in a fight.
Right.
There was somewhere I did read that I think one of the Yuris had seemingly bitten off part of the back of his knuckle, like bit
Of his own?
of his own knuckle.
Interesting.
But
Well, I wonder if because he was shivering so hard and his teeth were
Trying to
clinking.
stop himself.
could have. Some people said it was like to halt a scream.
Oh,
So-
absolutely.
So there was a lot, like, there's just so many theories out there, surrounding this case. It's
Wow.
hard to.
I wonder, like 10 days in. That's what just blows my mind is the
Yeah.
10 days in.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like maybe the second group went a little bit crazy if they were there, but, like, what could have happened to them in the, like, is it even 10 days? Because February, it's just 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, they technically
Oh,
started
no, it's January. Sorry.
January,
Yeah.
yeah.
January 23rd, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, 11 days in.
Halfway through.
Like, so they were about to turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
It's wild.
And there's, like, no, it's never solved.
No, it's never been solved.
That's crazy.
And a lot of it, so part of the Yeti thing too is that there was a pamphlet that one of the people from the expedition had written on. Now we know the snowman exists.
The snowman?
One of them wrote that.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the journals wrote that?
Somebody wrote it. Somebody wrote it on a pamphlet. It wasn't in a journal. It was like on this little
But with their stuff.
with their stuff, with their belongings. They found it. Now we know the snowman exists.
Oh, that's freaky.
Which is when
Snowman, not snowmen. Sorry.
I don't know if
what
it's
it
men
said
or man.
Men, like 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because then it could be like the
Could have been
Nancy.
snowman.
I mean,
That's horrible.
when you were explaining what happened to the second group, my mind went to, like, you know, the tribe who lives in that area. If there's some who are, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like, you know, little nutso.
Could have been.
You know,
Could have been, but it was also that same tribe that found
Yeah,
them too.
that's also very true.
That reported what they found.
oh,
So,
exiled. That was the word I was looking for. Exiled members of, like, the tribe, like,
Oh.
you
yeah.
know, and
Oh,
like,
maybe, yeah.
Like very like hermit.
hermit,
for sure.
exactly, hermit
For
people
sure.
who were part of the tribe and not part of the tribe anymore.
Trespassing on their land.
Right, right,
That was the thing. It was like, why are the eyeballs missing? Why is the tongue missing? Like that's
right.
While they're
and
alive.
she was found on her knees, leaning up against, like hands up, leaning up against this ravine, because it was like literally
my-
like a rock.
Was she found that way or was her
Found
body
that way. Found that way frozen.
Holy
And she was
shit.
clothed? Heavily clothed.
Heavily clothed.
Maybe they were like hallucinating a god.
Maybe. I don't know.
What do you
It's
think it
wild.
is?
Yeah, what do you think?
Tell us. What is the conclusion?
I think when I very first heard this story, I thought it was a Yeti. I thought it was an abominable snowman. I was like,
Yeah.
you could not take that away from me. Now and today, I don't know, maybe just a natural disaster.
Yeah.
I just don't know, like, I don't understand the missing eyeballs, though. I don't understand where the missing skin. I don't understand how they got these extreme. I don't know. I really don't know. It could have been the military people. It could have been. I think it was either people. I don't think it was themselves. I think it was people or a Yeti. I also don't think it was the Manti people. I think if it was anything, it was like military people that were like fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I do like the possible Russian military. Maybe like something's gone, something went wrong. Like,
But ritualistically, that
Right.
that does hit. If you're offering up somebody,
yeah,
take their eyeballs, take their tongue.
right. That is where my mind first went, was like a ritual, like people, exile people.
It's just
that's,
like,
their
what are
land.
the odds that they would run into something like that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's why I feel like it's almost like them, like, poisoned in some way from, like, air.
right.
I just, like, what are the possible poisonings that can make them go insane? I would want to know.
There could have been poisoning of a military did something, in the area, and then
That's
poisoning
true,
of that.
that's true.
Yeah.
You never know. That's wild.
Yeah, it's
So
one of
many
the most
questions.
baffling group death that I think I've heard of yet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Let that sink in.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What a trip.
I hope you guys enjoyed my coverage.
I'm definitely going to have nightmares about this tonight.
Me too.
I mean, I didn't. I think you guys are going to be fine.
You just, like, told it to us in, like, a spooky story. It was so good.
Skeleton. All right, so you guys, with that, we'll catch you in the shadows and
Stay ghouly! I'm going to dedicate my life to solving Dyatlov's past.
You should join their expedition.
I'm not that.